Thank you, Jesse. So it's been half an hour, Jesse, and so we might pause now and answer a couple of questions. So
Yeah,
one of the questions I saw come through concerned the order, mixed methods being good, but what order? Qualitative first and then survey, or survey first and then qualitative? So I always advise all of my students and colleagues to do the qualitative first, right, and then the survey. So the order I recommend is qualitative first and survey second. The reason that I do that is that I think that you can, by talking to real people, doing interviews with the qualitative, you can come up with things to ask in the survey that the literature hasn't suggested. Yeah. So if you just went out and ran, did the survey first, you would miss out on potentially asking these interesting things that come out of the interview. And when you do interviews, you might only do 30 or 40 interviews, right? But when you do a survey, you can speak to hundreds, if not thousands, of people. And so I think it's good to get potential topics, potential questions to ask in the survey. And that's why I always recommend qualitative first, because real people have things that they suggest that just aren't in the literature. Right? So if you just designed the survey based on what you knew or what the survey had, you'd be missing this important human element.
Có một bạn câu hỏi đầu tiên, có một bạn hỏi là cái literature hoặc là quality research trước hoặc là hay là survey trước, thì thầy có advice là chúng ta phải có cái quality research, thật ra là các bạn phải nhìn được cái literature review có cái gì trước, sau đó chúng ta hình thành được là chúng ta muốn làm gì, cái topic specific topic như thế nào. Sau đó khi mà chúng ta hình thành như vậy thì chúng ta mới có được những cái câu hỏi specific, câu hỏi đó để đi ra hỏi real people, đó là những cái ông CFO hay là ông manager. Thì lúc đó mình mới hỏi được nó có chất lượng, chứ không thể là survey vội vàng mà không có dựa trên một cái background nào hết. Thật ra giống như là chúng ta có một cái nền background là literature review, and then sau đó là đi survey.
Thank you, Jesse. So we've got one more question about the order. So qualitative. What about have I seen studies where they do qualitative survey and then another qualitative? I think that's unusual, right? So what you might see is qualitative, and that helps you get the questions to have in the survey. But if you want more qualitative responses, you can have some open-ended questions in the survey, and that way, you get your qualitative information from the survey. And the reason you would do it, perhaps do it that way, is it's very time-consuming and costly to do another qualitative study. So if you wanted to pick up some more qualitative stuff, you could have some open-ended questions in the survey where you get text from the participant.
So
you want to answer that question? Yeah.
So you mean we should do? Yeah.
Someone's just asking the question. Paul.
Yes, I'm the one. Yeah, so I'm the one who asked the question.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Tom. I just want to follow up with your answer. I completely understood your answer. My question was that, I understood that if I want to do another qualitative research follow-up after the quantitative survey, it will be costly, that's for sure. But my point here is that when you do the quantitative survey, it might come out with some result which are unexpected. And because if we do not, even if we make some open question in the survey, this might be because, as you know, that for a long survey, people tend not to really write very detailed the answer. But then there might be a lot of unexpected finding from the quantitative survey, and that's why I'm thinking that should I do qualitative survey or some more in-depth interview follow-up so that it can clarify or it can give some explanation for such unexpected findings from the quantitative survey.
So definitely in that situation you do it, even though it's time intensive and costly to do it. yes, you would do it because you've got all this unexpected feedback. Thank you.
Thank you, Tom. But from your own experience, you not really seen a lot the research with apply such order, right?
No, yeah, they tend to do it by open by they anticipate they might get some unexpected stuff, so they have some open-ended questions in the survey. But you're right, that can lead to a bias. If it's open-ended, that might means to me that it's voluntary, and I might just skip that part because I do want to minimise the time it takes to do the survey, so it induces another bias.
Yeah, thank you very